post our COVID season when we didn't really have a season. So they had the first exposure to a team that was kind of trying to find its identity. They stepped in and they continued to grow. Deuce, he was our starting running back this year. Stepped into the shoes of great running backs in the past, and I think he did a really good job. Really good pass blocker, really good running routes, strong runner. He's going to continue to grow, and I look forward to seeing what he can do in the future. Tanner Stoops, Stoopaloot. I don't know, very off topic. I don't know if you guys watched, was it Missouri? Was it the Missouri quarterback? You know what I'm talking about. I sent you the text. Look up the Missouri quarterback from this past season. That is Tanner Stoops. Looks just like him. But Stoops is really, really hard worker. Really hard worker. He's deceptive. He's fast. He's strong. And I think he's going to continue to grow, and he's going to look forward to getting more opportunities to help us win, whether that's on the offense or on special teams. But I do love what he brings to our team. I love what he brings to the group. He's a guy that you want to be around. He's a lot of fun, and he doesn't back down from anything, from any challenge. Those are our juniors.
Right now, thank you very much. It made my life super easy to be able to coach them. As a guy, working his first year of coaching with some guys he's played with, it was very easy, great adjustment, and I was not here for camp, so they kind of taught me a lot of things coming in, so it was a great adjustment just coming in at a weird time and then bearing with me there. So our 4 freshmen, just step out here a little bit. So we got Sam Titilio, Andrew Lowe, Tyler Ficus, and then Nate Grossman is currently not here. But these guys, were huge for us this year. Maybe didn't get a lot of reps on the field, but they were ready if they needed to go. At some point, if we had to put one of them in, we might be putting all of them in. So they were always ready. They were great communicating, being open with me, and just learning the offense as a whole. Doing, things like running scout team, which may not be the most glorious things, but they're doing it to the best of their ability because they're trying to help the team. So I appreciate them bearing with me, kind of learning how I did things and how I operate coming in the middle of the season. So I just appreciate them and thank them, and excited to get to work with them throughout the spring and into next fall. So thank you guys. Next, Mr. Aaron Phillips, right next to me here. Aaron unfortunately had an injury during spring ball, so he was unable to perform in the fall. But he was very important to our entire team. He's our signaler, and he's a guy who communicates with me while I'm up in the box, and he will check our scripts every Friday to make sure that they're good. No matter how many times me or Coach Debs go through them, he's going to find something that's wrong or that's mislabeled there. So he's the all-seeing eye of that. Hard worker. See him on the field in the weight room a bunch. Just rehabbing and getting back into it. We're super excited for him to be 100% come spring and fall. Excited to see what he has in store. So that's Aaron Phillips here, right here. So our one senior, Alex Fromberg, he'll be coming back next year. Starting quarterback for most of the season. Fought his tail off. Battled some circumstances, but when his time was called upon, he was more than ready for it. Being a teammate of his first and now a coach of his, very proud of the way he performed this year and the things he did. Not only on the field, but as a leader, as the quarterback to a certain extent. Just for some stats for him, he was a PAC honorable mention, finished the season with 2,323 yards, 23 touchdowns, 381 rush yards, and 6 rushing touchdowns. He was 11th in Division III with 15.83 yards per completion, and currently his passer rating is 153.1, which stands as the best in Case Western history. So the kid is ready, the kid is prepared, and he really shined when his time was called upon. So we're just looking forward to having him back, being that leader, being that guy who guys gravitate towards. So we're just, can't wait to get him back. He's been working hard in the spring, and we can't wait to see what he has in store for us next fall. Alex Fromberg, everyone. Big Al's not here, but Big Al, Albert Wilhelmy, been around, you guys know him. Just going to shout him out because he deserved it. You know, as a kid, did see a lot of playing time on the field. Mostly, you know, a scout team guy, but he gave it his all. Every guy needs some kids like Albert Wilhelmy who can come in, be there, understand kind of the situation they're in, and do the best to prepare the team for the game ahead. So just need to give him his props because he gave just as much time to this program as any of the guys up here, including myself. So definitely shout out to Big Al. And our last guy who won't be joining us next year, Mr. Ian Kipp down here. Kids dealt with a lot. Kids battled a lot of adversity. Kids been dealt a tough hand. But I think, you know, the best thing about him is he's gotten his undergrad degree and master's degree, and he'll be done by the end of the spring, so 4 years. That's pretty darn impressive. That's really impressive. Being an athlete, devoting a lot of time to football, and doing that amount of schoolwork is insane to me. So I know he's going to be successful in anything he does. The best thing I can say about Kip is the kid wants to win. If you put him on that field, the kid's going to do anything he can to win. He's not going to slide. He's not going to run out of bounds. He's going to go through you. He's going to do whatever it takes to win, make that big play, things he needs to do. So I think, you know, being that risk taker, living on the edge a little bit, it's going to do a lot for him in his life. So parents, once again, thank you very much. I appreciate you raising these kids like you did because it made my job this year much easier. So thank you all very much.
Receivers, I'll have you all come up over on this side, and then I'll call you up by group here, so come on up. My sophomore group, we have Jaden on the end, Jaden Jones, Bryce Hodge, Alec Angelo, Dylan Cave, Matt Biddle, and TJ Yoder. These guys, you know, they were a big part of our team this year, a big part of our success. You know, a lot of them saw varsity playing time to some degree, and we saw a lot of growth in this group. You know, things I think back on is, you know, Alec Angelo, a sophomore, catching the first touchdown of the season for us. You know, and having Jaden join us this year as a first-time player, and coming in not really knowing what to expect, and ending the season making catches in JV games for us. So, you know, this is going to be a core group of our team next year. I'm really excited to see these guys compete. You know, we got a lot of talented guys here, so it'll be fun to watch some of them try to separate themselves and make a name for themselves and get on the field a little bit more. So, thanks, guys. All right, our juniors, Noah Coyne and Ethan Dolan. You know, if you guys watched a lot of our football games, you know that a lot of our offense runs through these two, and they're pretty much, you know, a big catalyst for us going in a positive direction this year and having the success that we do. So Noah will actually be our wide receiver position MVP this year. You know, and Ethan kind of came off an injury last year, and so it was kind of a slow ramp up to get him back involved. But he's a big leader for us on the team. Knows what he has to do. Knows what other guys need to do. You know, and is just an all-around great guy to coach. And you know, you can really look back at the W&J game as a a microcosm of what these two mean to us. You know, we fell behind a little bit early. And Ethan ends up throwing a touchdown and catching a touchdown for us, and Coyne finishes the game with 9 for 260 and 3 touchdowns. So, these guys are great kids to coach. They're great athletes, and I look forward to seeing what they can do for us again next year. Different things that happen throughout the year. So he decided to come back for a 5th year, and this year ended up being a great turnaround season for him. He was a really clutch player for us. You look at some of the biggest games we played against Grove City, Carnegie Mellon, and W&J, and he had 5 or 6 catches in each of those games in critical situations. So he was a big part of our group. All the guys love him, a real glue guy, and it was fun to have him around. So, for Riley, He was one of our most consistent guys. You always knew what you were going to get from him. You look back at the stats and you see him catching 3 and 4 balls pretty much every game this season. And that translated to him being a spark plug for us in a lot of situations. Very fiery attitude on and off the field, big weight room guy. And when I look back, the big thing I think about is, we had an away game at St. Vincent. First half we played really sluggishly, really, slow, and we come out in the second half and Riley busts off, 4 catches for almost 100 yards and a touchdown, and it really got us back on track offensively and helped us out in getting the W there. But yeah, again, great kid to coach. Loved having him around, always joking around and having a good time, but knew when to flip the switch and get work done. So it was a pleasure coaching you.
Familiar sound was, where's Woj today? Where is he? And Woj had so many issues coming through that I thought grew the most from this class. He turned into a responsible, mature kid. He has a great job, and that's where he is today. He was on call. He's doing medical devices, and they have to be on call for surgery. And actually, Dr. Muskowski had a surgery where Woj needed to go in and be there in case they needed help with installing the device. So I was just so hopeful that he'd just come walking through that door, because that's usually how it was. He'd show up in practice and like, oh, coach, sorry, man, I was doing this and doing it. One spring practice, he couldn't make it because he locked himself in his apartment. As the door handle fell off, and he took a picture of it and texted it me. Coach, I swear to God, this is what happened. I'm sending this picture because I wouldn't believe it either. So, God bless Wolfie for rooming. My goodness, but what a great journey Woj had. So next one up, 5th-year guy. So glad he came.
Who you get to play the game with, and the guys you're with every day. I always appreciate the little jokes. Sonny and Sice call me the wily vet. I shake my head and I act like I don't like it, but I always appreciate the jokes. They're hilarious. And then me, I do hate talking about myself, so it's kind of just whatever. But in high school, I never really started until my senior year, and then when I did, I rotated a lot. And if I was talking to my past self now, I'd be like, get out of here, you're crazy. I wouldn't believe you at all. And I think that really my, success or whatever really comes down to, the coaches believing in me. Beliefs is a really powerful thing. And each day when, someone's in your corner and they trust you with all that, it's an awesome thing. So thank you to coaches for that. You guys put your belief in me, and I try to be the best teammate I can be, best player I can be, for you guys and for my teammates. I did right, yeah. Like RJ doesn't know that. Yeah, I appreciate, you guys. I'm so appreciative of you guys that voted me captain. That's something I could really never imagine. I respect you guys so much. Thank you so much for that. Giving my little pre-practice speeches on Monday, that was always fun. And then you guys listening, me giving my opinion about Carnegie Mellon too. That's pretty funny. But I guess kind of continuing on here. We all kind of play football for a lot of different reasons. And, you love the game, you love the competition, it's a fun game, it's really fun. But for me, it was really because of my dad. Growing up, he would always tell me all these stories, college stories, and I was always think they were so cool. But now I'm 20, whatever. They get a little old, a little boring sometimes, and you hear them 100 times, But that really just kind of inspired me into sports, and I really want to thank him for that, because now when I have kids later, I get to tell them the same types of stories as well, and that's something I really look forward to. I look like my mom. She's honestly just like a solid rock of a person. She, anytime I need advice or anything, she's always there for me, and she would always be reporting too, in case the thing I actually did something cool. And then when I did, my dad would be there grabbing her arm and messing up the video. So, So, to my parents, thank you so much. You raised me so well. I'm just really happy I can make you so proud through football. Yeah. So, for my number, we'll keep going here. For my number, this guy, he's a great teammate. I consider him a great friend, and he's just kind of like a sponge of knowledge, kind of like how I am, trying to soak up all information as I can. And so he's a great teammate, a great friend. And I was a little stubborn in my time here at Case. I kind of refused to get injured, and I didn't let him play as much as he probably should have. And so this guy, has really good potential. He's got a lot of work this off season to start next year, and a lot of competition because there's a lot of good guys in the DB room. But I'd like to give it to Michael Stewie.
Yeah, so I would like to start by thanking my parents. They really put everything in front of me that I need to get to this point, and it means a lot. I am forever grateful, and yeah, in terms of coaches, I would like to specifically thank Coach Debs for even allowing me to come here. I sort of forced my way in here after transferring. Like JT mentioned, it was a Twitter DM to Coach Debs, basically saying like, hey, I'm probably just going to come to Case, so if I could play football, that would be cool. And yeah, so thank you for complying and allowing me to do that. In terms of players, don't really know where to start. With being a transfer, going from one school to the next, I'm not sure if you would have friends. So, to all you guys, thank you for being my friend and allowing me to get this great education and having fun while doing it. So, I didn't plan on being like this, but thank you guys again. I think of all you guys as friends. I would like to think you guys think the same. Yeah. So, for my jersey, it's going to a guy that I know wants it a lot. Wants the number 7 seemed to be a very hot commodity last year, and I kind of just said I was going to have it, so I wore it. But in terms of wanting it, it's not just wanting the number. This is truly a guy that wants it and wants to get better. It's very easy to see because this guy separates himself from the rest. It's very easy to see the improvements he has made. I would like to say that I threw him the first touchdown of the season. He scored the first touchdown of the season out of my hand. I would like to say that. And I hope he continues to want it and get after it. So this number 7, it only has about 5 quarters of use, but I would like to give it to Alec Angelo.
And COVID. He's a D1 transfer quarterback, and I've had experiences with that, both at John Carroll and at Case, and they weren't always great. The guys would come in with attitudes, they were better than everybody, and Ian from the first day was just one of the guys. He really was. Guys gravitated to him. He had a friend group instantly, and that was I think that's when I knew this would work out. Because again, some of the D1 guys come in with this attitude, even D2 guys. You can't believe how superior they think they are. And Ian was just one of the guys. So I really appreciated how he worked into our team. The next guy, Marco Toth, is not here. Marco, thanks, Will. And Will, I don't know how many people know this, but Will's, I think, sophomore year, he wrestled, but he just wrestled for practice. Is that right? I mean, the 1 year you didn't.
I didn't do the drill partner, so
Absolutely. Like they only have one heavyweight, and the heavyweight at practice just can't throw around all those little guys. So Will just came, hey, I'll wrestle with you, and just came out and gave his time so this kid could get better. And that, I think that tells you a lot about Will. So yeah, this is awesome. This couldn't have ended any better than the way it happened with Woj being here, being late. This is great. Hold on, Woj, let me find you. There we go. Floor's yours, Woj.
Sorry I was late. I was at the client's office filing for my 6th year. Funny story, when I committed here, I think back, it's like after a basketball game I played in high school, I actually got the flu during the game and threw up. And on the way back, I was at a pair of railroad tracks, and I had to tell my mom to stop the car. I got out and puked. And I got back in the car, and I got on the phone, and I had some revelation in that moment. I called Coach Sledge, and I was like, I want to come to case. It was just a spontaneous decision. Thinking back to it now, I think I've lived life by that, kind of making spontaneous decisions, but it's probably the best one I ever made, It's brought me a lot of friends, a lot of great times, a lot of great memories, met a lot of great people, and I couldn't be more grateful to have gotten this education and everything that's come along with it. It's been awesome, It's my career, I've dealt with a lot of injuries. It's been up and down, but this last year was awesome. Just embracing my last year with all you guys, all the memories we have. I love all you guys a lot. Gonna miss it a lot. It was, I was considering turning down a good job just to come back and play with you guys. That's how much I love it, how much you guys mean to me. But it's time to let you young guys take the floor. Getting too old for this. But I'm thankful for Coach Debs. Just to scroll back a little bit, during COVID, our class, it's been tough. I remember during COVID, a lot of life stuff happening. It's definitely probably one of the darker moments of my life. And as much as you guys may think, I'm a very, outgoing, happy guy, around the field, you guys are definitely what kept me strong in those moments. A lot of stuff happened, and that's why I'm forever indebted to you guys. But you guys kept me going all that time, and I thank you guys for that. I want to thank Coach Medved. Always, being the guy. A lot of great memories, a lot of fun on that field. Jokes cracked, pushing me when necessary, keeping me in my place. I get out of hand sometimes. All you coaches, man, I could go down the list. Coach Ramsey, it's always good, just talking to you, just keeping me, always giving me those words of confidence before game. Coach Stevens, always our little chats, I just, these are the little things I'm going to take with me forever, it just goes on and on and on. Drew, always good to have you back, it's fun playing with you. Great to have you as a coach and, just continue that relationship. Amadio, thank you. Thank you. And everyone else, man. But Debs, I want to thank you specifically. I know I was a little shit. I came in here, I definitely, that's the thing I'd take away from this is, you come into a program like this, I came in, I was pretty immature, but that's also part of football is I've grown a lot, and Debs, I tell him a lot. I was like, I'm surprised you put up with it for so long. I think you could have kicked me to the curb, but that's what it's about. Him and I'm glad over these last few years we've gotten closer, and Debs, I'm just thankful that you allowed me to grow and allowed me to become a better man. I'm very appreciative of that. I'm just going to miss all those moments with all you guys, receivers, all the jokes, all the stuff. And, you know, some of the guys, you know, growing closer in our faith before games, that was a big thing this year. It was really awesome, just everything that's come together this year. And I missed a lot. I could go on forever. So I could sit up here for 30 minutes and just keep talking. But I'm sure all of us got dinner and stuff to do, so yeah. And my parents aren't here, unfortunately, but, you know, I'm thankful for them as well. You know, they've paid for a lot of hospital bills. A lot. They throw me everywhere and just, you know, bring that rock and support me the whole way. And for my number, there's a lot of deserving guys, but one specifically, you know, a younger guy, see a lot of bright potential in him, works hard, really puts his head down, a hard player, really physical. I see a bright future for him and excited to see what he can do. I want to give it to Otto.
Thanks, Woj. Happy you could be here. But, you know, I sometimes say to recruits and their parents that, like, you know, go on to play in college, and sometimes, you know, sometimes you're ready to play physically and maybe not ready mentally, and Woj was ready to play physically. I don't think I've ever had a more explosive athlete than Woj to play for us. And unfortunately, those are the guys that usually get hurt because they're so explosive that they hurt themselves. So he battled a lot of injuries, and, you know, his sophomore year, his second game of the year, he catches like 6 passes for 180 and 2 touchdowns, and then the next week he gets hurt and he's out for the year. So just these things happen to him. But, you know, what I'm most proud, because again, he rebounded, had a great 5th year, probably his best year as a receiver, really did a great job. I think what I'm most proud is that how he grew mentally and emotionally, because he really grew. His freshman year, I mean, I get to, yes, it was, the patience was trying, it really was, but some guys just, it just takes some guys longer to get there, and Woj was one of those guys, and he got there. And he got there. He really wanted to play, and he was looking for every reason. We were sitting down, and it's like, Woj, I just like, you know, his job is awesome. I'm like, are they going to be okay with this? I mean, don't screw this up, Woj. And like, 18-year-old Woj, I think, would have screwed it up, but, you know, 50-year-old Woj did the right thing, and we would love to have him come back, but in the big picture, it's the right thing to do, and he had the maturity to see that. So, thanks, Woj. Okay, so, you know, we are now Royal. The school is making a marketing change or a branding change, and they approved both new away and another set of home. Next year, it's like ridiculous. So if they come in, we'll have 3 sets of uniforms to be in next year. So that's great. Parents, I would like to, I'll get out an invitation to a Zoom. I really would like to have everybody meet who's available and talk about, you know, what after games look like, both home and away, because I think it's kind of morphed into something that I'm not sure what it is. And you know, the one thing that we like about being on the road that you guys feed your sons is that you get to spend extra time with your sons, and that's awesome. We kind of, I think, have to get on the same page and, you know, what this should look like and kind of figure it out. Players, we're going to have a Zoom a little bit, and you can join if not about a foreign trip, getting down our destinations to 2, and then you know, the people that put together our tours will put together itineraries and prices, and we'll be able to make a decision. So that's coming up. And yeah, just looking forward to continued off season and spring ball, and really excited. You know, not only, I mean, we're really excited the number of guys that are coming back, the potential that is, but that does not guarantee success. Hard work, preparation, commitment, those are the things that are going to make us successful, not just because we have a bunch of guys coming back. So keep that in mind. Okay? Thank you very much. And Drew will get the highlight tape going.
Alex gets the snap, little trick play. Bromberg looking over the middle, wide open, tight end.
wop stank. My brother down the road with a steno on his chain. Feel like I can do whatever, never say I can't. I won't move out my emotions, I'ma always think. Track on this car, catch him at the light.
Pass over the middle, picked and returned. Guess who? Dominic Sides. Dominic Sides. Dominic Sides. Dominic Sides. Dominic Sides. Dominic Sides.
I ain't going for the guts though. Give you cash money, I can't get no though. Buzz shots hit his stomach, not his guts no. Walking down, walking down, walking down, walking down, walking down, walking down, walking down. Put your man down, then I make a sound. Brand new diamond bag and they hold 100 grams. I ain't hit no kids cause I walk my man down. I won't hit no kids, I'ma walk my man down.
Here's a 4th and 3. Fromberg will do it again. He's got it. And Alex Fromberg will take it himself for an 18-yard touchdown. Fromberg has scored every touchdown tonight.
You know what I'm on. You only tell me on the camera phone. I ain't finna rob you, get your gamble on. Y'all the type of we put hammers on. Beef about it, you a tender rookie. I can't even cap his baby mama. A Mary Jean stuff with the blues all took him. Used to sell the gas, now I'm selling all cookies. Walking down, walking down, walking down, walking down, walking down, walking down, walking down. Put your man down, then I make a sound. Brand new diamond bag and they hold 100 grams. I ain't hit no kids cause I walk my man down. I won't hit no kids, I'ma walk my man down.
Flag on the play. Beautiful pass, and it's picked. DJ Wolf. Boy, out of nowhere. Wolf came in off screen and picked it off.
I ain't never seen a threat on the internet just to prove a point that dissing on the internet. We living there to the informants. Don't inform me about who informing. That's your final one. A 7-6 who sting like a bumblebee. He start transforming. See your homies on the drill, but they ain't never make it back. Shoot up the scam. We live in plenty. Died on the impact. My shooter here is Jim Rat, but never mentioned to it crack. We put you in the news, and I bet it's family view. Thanks, been the one to say today. I'm the one clutching on the Drake. Make sure he don't get away. I'm the only thing I take. In the full race, the back of his neck hit the ground to the cake. Woke up to a secret, stood up, one in his face. Never seen a threat on the internet just to prove a point that dissing on the internet. We living there to the informants. Don't inform me about who informing. That's your final one. A 7-6 who sting like a bumblebee. He start transforming.
They need to get the ball all the way down to the 15-yard line. Fromberg's going to throw. There is pressure. He steps up, throws it to the end zone, and it's a touchdown!
And I bet it's family views. I ain't living to 103. That's the OG grabbing me. Auntie wanna pray for me. Better pray for my enemies. Life ain't give me limits, so I start clutching the lemon squeeze. Had an AIM-15 and 2 Glock 223. Never seen a threat on the internet just to prove a point that dissing on the internet. We living there to the informants. Don't inform me about who informing. That's your final one. A 7-6 who sting like a bumblebee. He start transforming. See your homies on the drill, but they ain't never make it back. Shoot up the scam. We live in plenty. Died on the impact. My shooter here is Jim Rat, but never mentioned to it crack. We put you in the news, and I bet it's family view.
Fromberg to throw. Looking over the middle. Coin in the back end of the end zone, and it's a touchdown. Noah Coin, 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 touchdown. Noah Coin.
You know me and Drizzy like a Super Bowl, man. Then it biggest the biggest what? Biggest what? Biggest what?
Big as the Super Bowl, but the difference is it's just two guys playing that they did in the studio. Usually say they verses back to me and they be terrible, just like a 2-year-old. I love a dinner with some fine women when they start debating about who the GOAT. I'm like, go ahead, say it then. Who the GOAT? Who the GOAT? Who the GOAT? Who the GOAT? Who you really rooting for? Like a kid that had bad from January to November. It's just doing cold. Biggest what? Biggest what? Biggest what? Big as the Super Bowl. 13 you to put me in beat. Dissecting my words and start looking too deep. I look at the tweets and start sucking my teeth. I'm letting it rock cause I love the mystique. I still wanna give me a song where I be. Can't trust everything that you saw on IG. Just know if I diss you, I make sure you know that I hit you like I'm on your call ID. I'm naming the album to fall off. It's pretty ironic cause it ain't no fall off from me. Still in this book getting bigger. They waiting on the kid to come drop like a father to be. Love when they argue the hardest MC. Is it K-Dot, is it Aubrey or me? We the big three like we started the league. But right now I feel like Muhammad Ali. Yeah, Muhammad Ali, the one that they call when they connecting no more. Feel like I got a job at IT. Running with me is the biggest mistake. Despite of the demons, we looking at Drake. It's like we recruited your homies to be demon deacons. We got them attending.
Coin in motion. Fromberg gonna roll right, throw right. That's Dusler, and Gage is in for his second touchdown of the afternoon.
When I show up, it's motion picture blockbuster. We go to the goal, the pin, the top toucher, the spot rusher. Straight as home, up in the crop duster. Not rush up, but apply pressure to your cranium. Goes automatic when aiming up with the boy in the status of stadium.
Alex looking over the middle, looking left, gonna run now, throw lofts to back corner, end zone, and it's a touchdown.
I'm about to click out on it. I'm about to click. I'm about to click out on it. I'm about to click. I'm down to click out on it. Make a crime scene. I click the trigger on a stick like a high beam. And I'm a big wheel when I was 19. She called my number, leave her hand. She got dry clean. She got an Android, a message, just a small things. Still taking pictures on a golf stream. My youngest richer than you rappers and they all stream. I really hate that you been selling them some false dreams. Man, if your pose up for sale, I buy the whole thing. Will they ever give me flowers? Well, of course not. They don't wanna have that talk, cause it's a sore spot. They wanna boy the one they got a boycott. I told Jimmy Tim I use a creamy as